In 2017, the South African rugby team called the Springboks played their greatest rival, the New Zealand rugby team called the All Blacks. And they lost by the biggest margin ever, 57 points to 0. If that's basketball, that's like 115 to 0. If that's baseball, that's like 20-0. If that's like American football, well, yeah, it's 57-0. It's terrible. 2 years later, in 2019, that same rugby team, with almost the same members and the same players, went on to become the world champions of rugby. 4 years later, they did exactly the same thing in Paris. They became the world champions for a second time in a row. What changed? The same players, 2 years before in 2017, get smashed 57 points to 0. 2 years later, they're at the top of the world. What changed? Only one thing changed. The coach. The coach changed. We went from a coach who didn't know how to lead, who didn't know how to set standards, who did not know how to motivate people, to a coach who understood what rugby was, to a coach that knew how to set standards, and a coach that knew how to lead and motivate his players. When I first joined TGIF in 2014, our great founder, Lester Lynn, told me, Paul, leadership matters. The most important thing in a Toastmasters club is leadership. Year after year, TGIF has set the mark for Toastmasters in Taiwan. I remember when I first joined TGIF, we were always competing with Simone Nash's club down in the south, Kaohsiung Toastmasters. Kaohsiung Toastmasters are still there, but they no longer compete with us to get to 10 points. We continue to pursue that excellence, and not just TGIF, but Born to Shine. What sets us apart? Like that South African rugby team, the thing that sets us apart is determined, committed leadership across both TGIF, this club, and our sister club, Born to Shine. We have leaders who have clear vision. When Lester started this club, he wanted to create a Christian Toastmasters club where Christians can meet with non-Christians, where we can come together, communicate, have dialogue and talk and communicate with each other. We had other great presidents who followed Lester, like Douglas Huang and Joseph Culpin and Jenny Dung, and I'm sure, and Alex Shi and Irish Joe and my late wife, Queenie. We've had a lot of incredible members in this club who have always had a vision for what Toastmasters should be, for what TGIF should be. I remember when Lester Lynn told me, Paul, when I first became the president, I think it was the 2015 year, he said, you need to have a theme. And my theme that year was, find the masterpiece in you. And we spent that entire year just trying to help people grow as speakers, as leaders, as evaluators. And we saw many people grow. Through that committed leadership in this club, we have seen so many people on the national stage, from people like Jonathan Klaassen over here. He was on the national stage in Yuanshan, you know, the Grand Hotel in 2015 or 16, I think it was.
Yeah, Cool Cat.
Cool Cats, Skeletons and Cool Cats. We've had so many other people from this club, like Lila Zhou, who is now in Germany, who in her first year in TGIF won the Chinese National Speech Contest as a member of TGIF. The one thing that this club will always offer you is great, committed, dedicated leadership. That's what makes the club great. Leaders who know the direction they're taking this club in. Now, Toastmasters got 4 core values. As I said, our rugby coach, he knew what rugby was. And as leaders in Toastmasters, we need to know what our values are. Our values have always been integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And as I said in the officer training last year, I believe that everybody sitting in this room, even the people I just met, like Michelle, I believe every single person here has integrity. If you don't have integrity, please raise your hand. Good to see. I believe you all respect each other because our very core value is treat everybody as a VIP guest that God himself sent. I believe you all respect each other. And we all serve each other in this club. It's so wonderful to come in to see our brand newly minted president, Carolyn, just putting up things. But Carolyn has not been a member for a very long time, but she's been in the club for a long time. And even as a guest only, she's contributed so much to this club. People in this club have served. No doubt. No doubt through all Toastmasters in Taiwan, people have integrity. They respect each other. They serve each other. But the one thing that we miss so often in Toastmasters is the fourth core value, excellence. Last year when I became the president of TGIF again for my second and hopefully final time, my theme was excellent, be excellence. And that's what we strove to achieve. Our great president from Born to Shine, Eric Ma, partnered with me in that with me. We worked so hard together to achieve those goals, not just for Born to Shine, TGIF, but also for Born to Shine. Joseph Kalpin, my great VPE and also president of Toastmasters, a former VPM and our current division director, he also helped us achieve those goals. I believe that what has always set this club apart is the leadership. And I promise you, when the leadership fails, you will get smacked 57-0 by New Zealand when you're playing rugby. You will fail. The club will fail. In any organization in Toastmasters, when the leadership fails, the organization collapses from the top down. It cannot sustain itself. We have been so blessed in this club. If you just look around at all the members who are serving each other, the leaders that are sitting here. I see Linda over there, sitting there. She was the quietest person in our club. She became a great VPE. Clara, VPE 2 years in a row from Born to Shine. John Chow, been in our club forever, currently president of Born to Shine. We are blessed with great leaders. Never forget that. Toastmaster of the day.